So this video I have been wanting to film for like a couple months now, and I couldn't get around to doing it because I have not been able to get my hand on one of the products. So it's like, how can I film a video when I can't get my hands on the product? So this video is going to be on the Sonia Kashuk blending sponge and the actual well-known original beauty blender. Okay, so let me just give you a little rundown on my experience of this whole beauty blender madness. So we were introduced to the beauty blender like what, last year sometime? Like I feel like it's been a year, maybe 2 years or something like that. You know, we were all introduced to the beauty blender and we're all told that this thing is like a miracle worker. That this little thing that looks like an egg and is bright pink is going to do wonders for your face. We all were told that. And I was like, okay, like if a little egg can do wonders on my face, I'm about it. I'll do it. You go to the website and you see $19.95 or whatever it was even back then. It was like some ridiculous amount. You're like, $19.95 plus shipping, and you're like, what the heck? Who's gonna spend $20 on a sponge that looks like an egg, even if it's pink? I'm usually a sucker for pink, but I'm not gonna spend $20 on an egg that they say is gonna do wonders for my face. I'm not gonna do that. So I just kind of pushed it off to the side for the past like year. I'm like, you know what, that thing's gonna get old, people are gonna stop talking about it, the price will go down, and people realize that's not even worth a penny. And so I just was like on the waiting process. I'm like, forget it. So the past couple of months, I'm still seeing videos of people using it, and I'm like, okay, if people are still using it, maybe it is like a decent product. And you know what? The price has probably gone down. So sure enough, I go to the website and what does it say? $19.95. So I say, all right, price clearly has not gone down. It's still very expensive and totally not worth it. So I, being the smart person that I am, decide I'm going to check Amazon and I'm going to check all these other places because they're going to have stuff. Nope. Everywhere online on eBay and Amazon, it's all like $25, $25. And I'm like, I can get it cheaper at the store. Why are you going to try and give it to me for $25? And like some of the places like had sponges that like didn't even look like the real original beauty blender, but they said it was. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I was just like, this is so dumb. And like with time, I was like still thinking about it. So with time, I'm like, I'll go for the second best. I will go ahead and I'll get the Sonia Kashuk beauty blending sponge, whatever the heck that they call this thing. It's in this little thing. I said, I'll get it. I'll go ahead and do it. So sure enough, I buy it. I use it. And I'm like, what the heck is this thing? Why is this thing even sold in the stores? Like, it doesn't do anything. I don't understand how to use it. So I gave it like a week. And I learned how to use it and I started to like it. It's very, very, very dense. It's very, very hard. It doesn't really squeeze too much. I mean, it will, but not too much. And I got used to that. I'm like, that's cool. I'm into this. And then finally I go on eBay and I'm like, you know what? I can't stop thinking about the beauty blender. I need to just suck it up and I need to buy it. So I go on eBay and I find the beauty blender is like on someone's auction for like $15. I said, why not? I won the auction. I got the beauty blender for like 16 bucks with shipping and everything. So I only spent $16 on the beauty blender. That was an awesome deal for me. Even saving $3 or $4, that's a steal. So after already saying, okay, I can deal with this one, I decided to start using the beauty blender. And when I did, I was like, oh my goodness gracious, I do not like this. This thing does not do crap. I was not used to it at all. I'm like, this thing is so squishy. Like, come on now. Look at this. This goes all the way down. This thing like barely moves. Like, I'm sorry, but that's like a major difference. Like a huge difference. Now this one is starting to get not wet. I used this earlier on my face, so it's still kind of wet, but it's not as wet or as big as it gets when it gets wet. So right now this one's still a little bit bigger, but typically when this one's dry, it's like the same exact size as this one. But like I said, it still has a little bit of water in it because I used it this morning to do my makeup. So anyways, I get this one and I'm like, this thing's crap. Like, I'm used to this little guy, like being super dense. It was really easy to work with. And this one, like every time you tap it on your face, I mean, it just kind of like really goes down. I'm like, all right, well, I can't use this. I don't know how to use this because I got so used to this one. Well, with time, I got used to using this and I'm like, what the heck is this thing? So it's kind of like a toss-up. It's like I really like this one after I got used to it, and then now I really like this one. But this is the thing. After doing like a comparison of seeing how my face actually looked after using it, It's like a night and day experience, honestly. A night and day experience. You know, like, my attitude at the beginning was like, why spend $20 on a stupid sponge that's in the shape of an egg? I could go to the store, buy a sponge, and shape it however the heck I want to shape it. If I want it in the shape of a foot, I'll shape it in the shape of a foot. If I want it in the shape of a nose, I'll put it in the shape of a nose. I will do it in the shape of a dinosaur. You know, I can do whatever I wanted, and that was my attitude. I'm not going to buy a $20 sponge when I can shape it however the heck I want. It doesn't need to be in the shape of a stupid egg. If I want it to be pink, I will dye it pink. That was my attitude, right? So, just saying, that was my attitude. I know that's probably most of y'all's attitude about it too. So, that being said, after using this and getting used to this, these are a night and day comparison. This one honestly makes your makeup go on effortlessly. Like, it's almost scary. It feels like you're putting a cloud, let's say a cloud, on your face. It's so gentle. Like, I can't even explain it, okay? And I'm the kind, I use stick concealer on my face. I don't use any foundation, you guys know this. So I have concealer that I use. This thing will blend out the thickest concealer ever. And if it does that, of course it does foundation, which, because foundation is usually a little bit thinner than concealer, but like, it just blends it beautifully out on your face and like effortlessly. You just do a couple taps and you're like, oh, it's already done, cool, all right, well, let's move on. And it's like, it's so amazing. Like, these two are night and day. This does not blend near as great as this one. This one is just like so good. So I know a lot of you guys probably have like the attitude of, all right, I'm not going to spend $20 on a sponge, but put it this way. All the people who go out to get the cheaper ones of this, like, even this is like $12. So all the people who go and get the cheaper ones, I know there's like some for $5 and $4 and all these different ones now, but those who are spending money on the cheaper ones are spending however much money on a sponge the size of an egg. That's what they're doing, ultimately. They're spending $5 on a sponge that's in the shape of an egg. That's it. But if you were to get the Beauty Blender, you're spending $20 on a Beauty Blender. This is not a sponge in the shape of an egg. I can tell you that right now. It is like makeup miracle egg. Makeup miracle egg is the best way to describe it. It is so great at putting on your makeup. You have to get used to it. If you're like me, like, it was really difficult at the beginning, like the first time. But after that was like, oh my gosh, I love this thing. I will love this thing forever. And it, honestly, I have like a love relationship with this. And I remember when I first got it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is so bright pink. It's like a neon hot pink when you first get it. It's like, holy crap. And it still is here, but the camera never picks up how hot pink it is. It is like a bright neon fluorescent pink. It really is. So that, of course, made me fall in love with it at first. I'm like, sweet. And it is true. Like, when you put this underwater, it doesn't like get big or expand, I guess. When you put this one underwater, it expands. It's like one of those little like spongy guys that you see when you put it in water, how it gets bigger. That's what happens to this. So basically, I think I've made the point very clear that this one is way better than spending your money on one that has my hair on it, gross, than spending your money on something less expensive. These things, I've read tons of reviews. People have been saying that they last them like months and months and months, which is good. I think it's good. I wouldn't want it forever, but they say it lasts months. It's hard to get bacteria to stay in it. I don't know. They say that you should clean it like after every time you use it. I don't, because I feel like it's gonna wear it down a lot quicker if I clean it every single time. And I don't like it. And like, you can, by the feel of it, like, you can tell that like not a lot of bacteria will live in this thing. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. I'm telling you, like, nobody's video that I have seen has explained it perfectly. Like, it's just, it's such a difference. This one is so hard and so dense, and this one is just like air. It's like a little pillow of cloud. And this one's like, okay, man, this one's a stress ball. This one feels like a stress ball, whereas this one feels like, oh, I'm a baby, and a baby could even squish this. Oh, how lovely. It's just a difference. And the point of it, this one just does such a better job at blending out your makeup. It really does. Like, I can't see where like I have makeup or where I don't have makeup. Like, there is no lines, there's no difference. Like, I put concealer here, usually like right here, because I usually will have a pimple here lately, I don't know why, and then right here because I have redness here and here. And you can't tell like where I have it and where I don't have it. It just blends out flawlessly. It's awesome. So if I can recommend this to anyone, I do. Keep in mind, you are not spending $20 on a sponge in the shape of an egg. You are spending $20 on a beauty blender. But I wanted to make this video. I meant to do it forever ago. didn't do it. Didn't happen. And then I started seeing other people were posting videos on it recently. I'm like, oh crap. Like they went ahead and they got their video up and I need to get my video up and So that's all I have to say about that. I don't recommend the Sonia Kashuk Beauty Blender. It's nowhere near as good. It doesn't do anything. Honestly, you're buying like one of those cosmetic wedges and you're getting it because it's blue and it's in a weird shape. That's the only thing that's different between these and the wedges. So that's pretty much all I have to say about these guys. This one's great, this one's not great. And that says a lot. If I'm telling you that you should spend more money on another product than if you could get it a cheaper way, that says a lot because I'm cheap. And I will always go for whatever the bargain is. So I'm honestly, truly recommending that you just spend the extra money, get the Beauty Blender. It's phenomenal. That's a new word. So that's all I have to say about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, just let me know and I will be sure and happy to answer them. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.